But I met a high school teacher who one day changed my life. I was waiting on another student, and when he came in, he said to me, "Young man, go to the board and write what I'm about to tell you." And I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, "Why not?" I said, "I'm not one of your students." He said, "It doesn't matter. Follow my directions now." I said, "I can't do that, sir." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I'm educable mentally retarded." And he came from behind his desk and he looked at me. He said, "Don't ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality."
Hello, YouTube. Hello. I was thinking, I was sitting here, I recorded a video. So I kind of have I have this unction to function right now. I have these thought patterns. Stephen had shared with me, and he was like, I wrote something about 2 years ago, 2020. My life coach suggested I should start writing more, as I mentioned in my intro video, I believe it was. And what I started to do was obviously write. I listened and I put some effort into it. And one thing that I get annoyed, or would get annoyed with growing up, is when a person or a coach maybe, or an individual would say to me, "You're not giving enough effort. You're not trying hard enough." That was my biggest thing, especially when it came to the education system. You're not trying hard enough. You're not giving the effort. You're not studying. You're not doing all the things that your peers are doing. And here's the truth. They are absolutely right. I wasn't doing the things they were doing, and I wasn't focused on getting the best grade. In Oklahoma, Muskogee, where I grew up, my focus was dribbling my basketball, shooting, being Michael Jordan. That was a huge focus for me. The backward shot, popping wheelies, as I mentioned before, on my bicycle. Trying to get on the couch when you're small enough. When it was fun to do backflips. I gave that effort. That was effort. Didn't care about your ABCDs and all that bull crap that I would think about. I was giving tons of efforts trying to throw this rock and hit this, 2-inch pole that's sticking out the ground. I made some great effort at that, and I was darn good at it. I made tremendous effort bouncing the basketball, throwing it behind my back and hitting the same spot on the garage, making a lot of noise, but I gave that effort. And grabbing that football, throwing it up in the air and running it and chasing it down and catching it. You failed 1,000 times because you didn't throw it high enough, or you learned certain things about it. Yeah, that's effort. That is the effort that I cared about more than the effort of getting an A. Or I don't remember what grade. I'm not gonna really try to dig into all that, but satisfactory or whatever the case may be. But I was always giving effort, and I've always been driven to give effort. Society was teaching me that what they wanted me to be good at, particularly I'm talking about school, I didn't care for that effort. The only time I would really focus and give effort at school is because when I know, I was going to be ineligible to play, I was ineligible for the winter season, my freshman year, to run track. And the effort that I gave to be eligible wasn't studying more. It was being more creative and learning how to cheat, because I was doing the best that I knew how, and it didn't seem to work. It didn't seem to process. I remember getting, they have this thing in math. That's when you're younger. They say, show your work. And my brain didn't work that way. Sometimes I could just figure out the problem. And because I didn't show my work, they would mark it, you didn't show your work, and I'm not against any teacher. They're following, they got a check to come. I'm not discussing any person or any teacher. I'm discussing the system that I sat through, and it taught me a tremendous amount of, if I can't focus here the way you think I should focus, because I just really, that's not the way I learned. I'm going to focus and set my intentions on things that I care about. And truthfully, and I'm just going to, throwing a rock I was more successful at that. I was actually very talented at that. I was focusing on throwing a rock. I gave that tremendous effort. How fast can I get from stop sign to stop sign on my bike? Those things that I was giving effort to, and I continued to give effort to. And one thing that I want to kind of not debunk, or at least share, because I did mention the school system, and I will say system a lot, it's needed. There's nothing that, obviously, if you put me on a board that I can make change, yes, of course I'll change. I'll have them focus more on, I would like to see more focus on the many people who struggle in school, different types of learning disabilities, dyslexia being one of my challenges. But the joy that I had and the excitement that I had, solving all these other problems and learning how to be determined. And you show up every day at school, and I, me being 41, you say the Pledge of Allegiance. You did that every day, every freaking day. Every time you're at school, I pledge allegiance to the flag, and you're saying, you don't even know what you're saying, but you're saying it. And we gave, or I gave effort in that, meaning I got up and I knew the program, and that system wasn't giving me the success that I thought, I should have, because it graded me. But here's why I'm sharing this. That system also taught me to get up every morning. And I devoted a lot of time to getting up every morning. I think what my goals were make sure that I get the attendance award. I was excited about that. Like y'all, I was very excited when I got an attendance award. That was cool for me. No, I didn't get many, I guess you could say, whatever those great things awards are. See, I can't even remember them. That's how much I didn't care about them. But anyway, for me, it's a lot of people like me that struggle. But it taught me, how to show up. And that was effort for me, to show up and deal and learn the way I learned.